Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Here on the Bitcoin chart, we are tracking the daily time frame. We're tracking on the daily time frame this trend line here. That is currently providing some resistance. We talked about that one yesterday already. What we're also tracking is the support provided by the CME gap that formed in November, which was partially closed in February, fully closed early in March. So that's also no surprise. We talked about this. I also mentioned over the last few weeks, that after it got closed, the price could use it as support going forward. So far, we're now holding above this CME gap. I also mentioned this specifically on X, Twitter. Make sure that you follow us there as well for additional insights in case you missed that. And now the price is holding above this support and below the trend line. So we're coming into a situation where the price will be forced to make a decision. This can often lead to some significant movements. Over the last few days, the market was rather quiet, but the next week could be kind of interesting. However, what we're also tracking, in addition to the CME gap and in addition to the trend line, we're tracking Fibonacci support. We get the Fibonacci levels by applying the Elliott Wave structures to the chart, to do Elliott Wave by counting the waves. Okay. Now, this always belongs together. You can't really use Elliott Wave without Fibonacci. Some people do. You don't really get consistent results because it is far too subjective if you don't use any objective parameter, like, for example, the Fibonacci levels, because they are objective. So if the price, or when the price breaks below a certain pivot, I can't continue with a certain wave count. It just doesn't work. But anyway, we are currently holding support for a wave 4 pullback, which means the white scenario is definitely still intact. And in the white count, this here is a wave 4 pullback. Surely it could get another low, but as you can see, the Fibonacci support area ranges down all the way to 69K. So there is still plenty of space. So 69K will be next support. Or let's rather say 75K, then 69K. These are the next support levels, and as long as they are holding, the next move up in wave 5 could take us to 130K. Okay, maybe not directly, there will be a rally. Maybe it started already. There will be a rally in wave A. Then there should be a B wave pullback and a C wave rally. That is my roadmap to 130K. Important to understand, though, that until we get 5 waves up in this A wave, there is no confirmation that this wave 4 really bottomed. So at the moment, especially as long as we are overall still printing lower lows and lower highs, another low cannot be ruled out. Okay, another low cannot be ruled out, and it could take the price into this region between 75,340 and 69,144. Just something to watch out for. We cannot rule that out. But the question is not so much, do we get another low, because only the market will decide that. More like, okay, what is support if we get another low, and do I have a plan? Okay, what's the tactical answer? The market's always uncertain, but there's always an answer. There's always a tactical answer. I always try to teach people to think about it in terms of having answers to the uncertainty, because you can't do anything about the uncertainty. We can reduce it, That's why we're using technical analysis, but technical analysis doesn't eliminate uncertainty. It simply reduces it. It narrows down probabilities. Now, looking at the shorter time frame, then no, that's gold. Let me know if you want a gold update, by the way, on the More Trading Online channel. By the way, if you're not following us there, make sure you do. More Trading Online. I'll have time. I will do another gold update later today. Looking at the shorter time frame, okay, we talked yesterday about this pattern that potentially, the larger degree wave 4 indeed bottomed around the 10th, 11th of March. That's what we talked about yesterday, the day before, and that we had a wave 1 to the upside, that we had a wave 2 to the downside already off this unfolding wave A to the upside. 1, 2, but we need the 5 waves, as explained. This year, the rally that happened on the 19th of March came in quite high, but I can call it an A wave in wave 3. This pullback into Fibonacci support was potentially the B wave. We have a good reaction to Fibonacci support. That's all good, okay? There has been a reaction. Anybody who also looked for an entry, maybe around the golden ratio level, would now be in profit. I did the same. I took an entry here around the golden ratio, even though obviously on the weekend we don't normally expect much action. Let me just double check that actually. Yeah, it was around 83,500. So that was around the golden ratio level. And now that's why these Fibonacci levels can be so powerful. And now we could be on our way higher here to form this 5-wave pattern to the upside. Okay. Now, once we break above that last high, it can even make sense to move up the stop to below the last swing low. The price yesterday came down to retest here, or to test this green trend line. The buyers turned up here where the trend line briefly broke, but the buyers essentially turned up. And now we're moving towards the 85K level, sort of. We're now attacking the Saturday and the Friday highs. So idea would now be that, this could be a diagonal, but I still need a third wave completed. I still need a fourth wave, and I still need a fifth wave, and I still need the market to break above Fibonacci resistance. So until we see that, this is super fragile and could even still lead to another low. So this support area remains relevant. Yes, we've been watching it. Yes, the price has reacted to it, but that doesn't rule out another low. Even on the micro level here, it's always about the 5 waves. Even here on the micro level, we need 5 waves. But for now, I told you yesterday, I'm using the 83,369 level as a pivot to distinguish between, okay, we're going higher more directly, or here, the concept of another low. The concept of another low in wave B, but then it might just test 82,450. But it's looking good. We get some upside momentums following the micro patterns at the moment. If you want to stay up to date with these, make sure that you follow us in our membership. So you'll get additional intraday updates about the microstructures, especially for Bitcoin, and much, much more. Tradingview live chart access and so on. Today, don't forget, at 5 p.m. UTC, we've got our large member live stream. So we'll take requests during these live streams. Always give my best to cover them all, but usually it's just too busy. I can never cover them all, okay? So that's just manage expectations here. But it will likely be quiet today because the market didn't really do much. But never say never, it can suddenly pick up. But yeah, check it out if you're interested. 5 p.m. UTC, I'll post a link later on Discord and in the YouTube community member section. So I wish you a great Sunday. If we're not seeing each other in the live stream, then have a great remaining Sunday. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.